Welcome back. Now, the Malayalam film industry has been in the eye of the storm over the allegation of sexual abuse after the Hema Committee report highlighted the rampant harassment and discrimination in Mollywood. We had several actors that have come forward to share the harassment that they had to go through. The issue has also taken a political turn with the CPM MLA and actor Mukesh, who's also been accused of rape and sexual assault. He, remember, has been charged with a non-bailable offence. This includes rape and use of criminal force against women with the intent to outrage her modesty. We've seen a lot of protests that have also earlier spiraled out, as well as Congress workers who also staged this protest outside the Secretariat. Congress workers were demanding the resignation of the actor turned politician Mukesh in the case.
Now there is a series of allegations leveled against Sri Mukesh, the sitting MLA of CPM. Then he is not ready to resign. Even the coalition partners of the LDF are putting pressure on the government. The UDF opposition has been demanding for the removal or resignation of the report. The government and CPM is protecting. We are on the agitation. We have been conducting agitation for the last 1 week. It will be continued.
And as there is a lot of politics already building up over the sexual harassment cases, the CPM has also defended the government, saying that the probe is headed in the right direction and action will be taken based on the investigation in the case and also its outcome.
This government is a left government. A left government is politically, ideologically and morally has a position to stand with the women in cinema. But the only government in the country is the Kerala government, which address the issues with all sympathy and with full understanding of the issues. It shows that the government is on the right track. It will move on the right track.
I am the future that was born 100 years ago. I am the purpose that emerged with India's independence to be a force for business that makes doing good our business. Towards an independence where knowledge sets us free to think big and achieve bigger. Towards a future made perfect and be a force creating abundance. Because independence is not a moment in history, it's a never-ending path to prosperity. Aditya Birla Group, a force for good.
And also remember, after we've heard so many different accounts coming in after the committee report, you have more and more skeletons that continue to tumble out. Times Now has also spoken to an actor and a dubbing artist who's revealing how a director tried to exploit her when she was as young as just 17 years old.
ഒരു 17 years ഒക്കെ ആയപ്പോഴാണ് ഞാൻ ഹീറോയിൻ വോയിസ് ജസ്റ്റ് എൻ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ടേ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഡയറക്ടർ എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ കാസ്റ്റിംഗ് കൗച്ച് അത് തന്നെയായിരുന്നു അപ്രോച്ച്. അപ്പം ഞാനത് സാറിന് ആൾ മാറിപ്പോയി സാർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഞാനിങ്ങനെ മൂവ് ചെയ്തു. എനിവേ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ഡബിങ്. ഫസ്റ്റ് തന്നെ ഒരു റേപ്പ് സീനായിരുന്നു ഇട്ടിരുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഞാനിങ്ങനെ അലറി വിളിക്കുന്ന ബഹളം ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. വൺ മൂവ്. അപ്പം ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും again doing one more 15 16 17 ടേക്സ് ഒക്കെ ആയപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു ആക്ച്വലി വാട്ട് ഈസ് യുവർ പ്രോബ്ലം എന്ന് ഞാൻ പുള്ളിയോട് ചോദിച്ചു. അപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങൾ പറയുന്നത് ശരിയാവുന്നില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു എന്നാൽ പിന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ വേറെ ആരെങ്കിലും വെച്ചോളൂ, എന്നെ അങ്ങ് വിട്ടേക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഞാൻ പുറത്തേക്ക് മൈക്കിൻ്റെ പൊസിഷനിൽ നിന്ന് ഞാൻ ഇറങ്ങി എക്സിറ്റ് ഞാൻ ഡോറിൻ്റെ അവിടെ വന്നപ്പോഴേക്കും അതിൻ്റെ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസർ വന്നിട്ട് ഡോർ ഇങ്ങനെ കവർ ചെയ്ത് നിന്നിട്ട് പോയിടുകയാ, നീ ഇങ്ങിരുന്ന് പോയിടുകയാ എന്നിങ്ങനെ. അപ്പം ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു പോടാ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാനിങ്ങനെ പുറത്തേക്ക് പോയപ്പോഴേക്കും ഈ ഡയറക്ടറും വന്ന് ഈ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസറും വന്ന് ഇവരെന്നെ ഇങ്ങനെ വളഞ്ഞു. അന്ന് ചെന്നൈ AVM സ്റ്റുഡിയോയിലായിരുന്നു ഈ വർക്ക്. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ ലൈഫിൽ ആകെ നടന്നിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഇൻസിഡൻറ്റ്.
Listen in to another insider. Malayalam film director Joshy Joseph has also opened up on the ongoing controversy following sexual harassment allegations that have been made by several actresses against prominent figures right in the industry. Now, the SIT also had earlier visited the residence to take his statement, as he's a friend of a Bengali actor who has made allegations against the director, Ranjit.
We have with us director Joshy Joseph. Joseph, who is a very important voice in this entire metoo movement revolution that is happening in the Malayalam film industry, because it's not just about the victims and the offenders, it's also about people who are standing with the victims, and he's one such person who's been strongly standing behind one of the victims, and one of the first persons who came out after the Hema committee report came out, Sreelekha Mitra. So what really happened? Though there are people who speak about, this is an old story, this happened many, many years ago, it's still a story that has to be told. So what really happens?
Anyway, the details are there in public domain. She has given the interview in English. So this very house is where I have salvaged her from the hotel where she was staying. Just 3-4 minutes auto drive from here. I happen to be the mediator to get her connected with this project of Ranjit through his associate director, Shankar. And I have exchanged numbers between Ranjit and Sreelekha. I was the director of Films Division, Eastern Regional Production Center, Kolkata. So in my official capacity, it was easy for me to get in touch with anybody from the industry. And so they got connected, and they had contacted her for a definite role of a kind of liberated, modern, kind of, cigar smoking character in the film, which is there in the film. And so she came here. Of course, I did not know what happened afterwards. I used to come here to visit my mother. She was staying here. So one morning, I rang her up and asked what happened to the project. I could make out from the other end of the phone that she was shattered and there is completely something wrong. So first question she asked me is that, where are you? So I said, I'm in Kochi. She said, you are in Kochi. Then it was a big relief. She did not know the name of the place. Then I asked for some landmark. So she remembered that flat. At that time, this flat was not there. The only flat in Tambanam was DD Nest. So she said that, please come. I am staying nearby that flat in a hotel. Please come. So I went by an auto, and then she narrated it, whatever she has narrated now. In the media, I have salvaged her and then put her here, because it was something like a consoling plus a sense of guilt which was working in me as a Keralite who is more or less settled and moving around in Kolkata, made films, who is accepted as a kind of citizen of Kolkata. And I belong to Kochi, and this is what we did to an artist from Kolkata. So.
Sir, this is really very sad to see, because all of a sudden, only when a report like this comes out, we are getting to know the kind of suffering that a lot of women, had to go through. So there are still so many people who are very hesitant to speak, because they're saying that their time in the industry would get over, or they may not get chances moving forward, or they are getting threat calls. In fact, even Bhagyalakshmi ma'am has spoken about how she's being threatened not to speak about Hema committee report. Do you think this is what is happening, and how is it going to stop, and what should be done for that?
See, whatever happened is unprecedented. Now, this would have become just another story, and Hema committee report was being discussed, and then this had gathered momentum elsewhere too, not only in Kerala. And she is a social activist who was there on the streets for that doctor's incident, rape and murder incident. Sreelekha Mitra is a presence there on the streets. And some of the Malayalam channels were also there to cover that. So it is a serendipity moment, like a lot of things come together and then they meet, and then I could really complete the story which was bothering me for 15 years. So I decided that I will corroborate whatever I have witnessed, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So how do you think moving forward it is going to be for Malayalam film industry? An entire executive committee of Amma Association have resigned. They did not take responsibility, nor they wanted to take responsibility to changing things here also. So what do you think is going to happen to this industry if people don't want to speak about it, don't want to act upon it?
Like Modi ji never utters India, no? For the alliance. No? He says, I Indie alliance. No? Same way, I don't want to really name them as Amma. Because my Amma was a witness, not this Amma. So this is AMMA. And it's very clear now, every day things are coming out, and then any mafia which is in operation and which is powerful, it's completely hollow from within. If it has got some moral inner strength or the truth with them, they would have by now come out the way I am speaking out. Why are they hiding? Are they artists? Or what are they? They should be in real estate business, no? Why should they be in film business?
And our colleague Jayalakshmi is also joining us live for more details on the story. Jayalakshmi, almost every day you have a new victim speaking up, and these are tales that absolutely stun us that something like this was going on, and clearly you had the state not wanting to even talk about this. Now, there are some rightful questions that are being asked of the state government. What can you tell us of the action so far and the sense in the government? Are they equally shocked, or were they all aware of this going on?
See, one thing that we know is that, the state government knew it. The state government was the first, body to receive this entire undoctored version of the Hema Committee report. It was indeed given to the state government. So definitely, state government was aware of it, even though it denies it publicly. We know for a fact that the state government knew what was happening. But again, the question is not that. The question is, what did they do to, further action after revealing such crucial information from the committee? If they really wanted to protect the privacy, if they wanted to protect the testimonies, they could have gone ahead and worked in an alternative solution. They could have found out an alternative solution. But what we see is that instead of that, they sat on the report for 5 years. That is the major accusation that the government right now has. And also what we understand is that even after the name of a CPIM MLA has also come, there is no sign of resignation or demanding resignation that the state government is yet to do. Even, we know for a fact that Mukesh is right now in Kochi. He is meeting with the advocates. His arrest has been delayed for next 4 days. So all these things are definitely strengthening the MLA who's accused of, who's booked under rape charges. So definitely a very serious concern for the state government amidst all this pressure from all the sides on the state government, the pressure from the political parties, pressure from the society. State government definitely is discussing they are in a state secretariat meeting, but are they discussing the issue? Are they discussing the metoo allegations on their own MLA is something again under question, because clearly state government has not responded to any of it after the allegations, after Mukesh was charged, after he was booked with rape and sexual misconduct. The state government representatives, they definitely did not come forward and give an answer to the media. So that is something that is a big question as far as the politics of the state is concerned.
All right. Jayalakshmi, for the moment, thank you for getting us the latest and staying with the story. I'm told even the actor Prakash Belawadi has responded to what's been going on, and this is his take on the entire Me Too storm that only gets bigger.